I'm not saying that there's no way for our listener to take a break. I'm just saying like even a couple of weeks off does a lot. It triggers the algorithm within the podcast playing platform. It gets our listener to need to go and find other content because we're no longer in front of them. We've lost the attention, as you said, Hutch.
Right.
So there's a few things that I want to get into. I'm curious about the virtual assistant that you guys brought on. I have a VA agency that helps people to get virtual assistants. We place VAs for people. And I want to talk a little bit about that. How did you find your VA? How did you find them? How do you pay them? How do you make sure that they're actually working? Like, what are you doing? So let's start with, how did you find your virtual assistant?
Yeah. So I'm a big relationship guy, right? We all like to have maybe not so much a big circle, but if we have a small circle of trusted people, I think the references that we get are more valuable, you know? And so my VA came as a reference from my sergeant major, which I'm still active duty in the Marine Corps. So we're comparable ranks. He's a sergeant major and I'm a master gunnery sergeant, which we're both E9 for perspective. There's no E10. So we're at our terminal rank, you know, so we have gone through the last 20 years and, you know, we have, you know, got promoted to the rank where it's a terminal rank. So he was scaling his business while still on active duty, which he does resilient building. He helps folks become more resilient in their professional environment, you know, and because being a sergeant major is exceptionally demanding, he understood that what he was trying to build, he needed to find a who, right? You need to find a who that knows the how to do the thing. And he referred, him and I was talking business, and also the cool thing about the military is that when you are an entrepreneur, you get to develop some skills that is, one, translatable into a better way of doing business or with better business practices in the Marine Corps, but also you are bringing some leadership to the business world as well. So it's synergized. You know, so him and I was talking about some different things of how he's growing his business as for helping people to be more resilient in their professional environments. And he mentioned that while he was working, you know, 8 to 12 hours at the office or at the squadron, he had a virtual assistant in the Philippines that was doing some amazing thing. And it was like, Hutch, check this out, man. He just sent this email. He just booked a client for me, right? And this is going to generate me X amount of money. I'm like, that's interesting. Like, bro, how do you make sure that he's actually working? And that's when he told me about, you know, Hub Staff and a couple of different ways. So Hub Staff is a way to track what they're doing. It does screenshot from time to time. And it shows you what they're doing. Now, I have gone away from doing that. Now, one of the reasons is that I understand that my VA, who I'm paying him 20 hours to work, right? I'm paying him 20 hours for work, and he's delivering everything that I want on a weekly basis. But when I go to Hub Staff, I'm not seeing the hours correlating, right? So what we talk about is that I really do like my VA is a one person, and everything that I've asked him for, he have done it, and he have done it exceptionally well. You know, so I was talking to him. I said, Miko, I'm looking at Hub Staff, and I think you hold me like 20 plus hours, man. And we talk about it, and I was getting frustrated, you know, talking about the synergy between what we do as a Marine and also doing things that make good business sense. What Miko and I, we talk about is how can we create something that result-based, that is giving me the products that I want and the result that I want without me watching every single hour that you work. And we decided, okay, we need this every single day, right? With a couple of iteration of things, whether it be quotes, video editing, and long form post on LinkedIn, and also provide me some information that I can post on the different podcast platforms. So we went from paying him and watching in every single hour per week to now more result based. This is what I want. You provide this and we good.